Previously on Test C teams.
I need my father to know that the way forward from here involves being the best version of himself.
What is the success condition certainty that you're hoping to set him on the right path? What is the right path?
Well, I'm looking for an amount of terror that will be terror that will be instructive in the future when he has two paths to choose from. I would like him to think back perhaps on this moment and choose the better of them.
And you like him.
I think he is.
So we've already done this and been successful.
in the past.
In the past, so I am, all stress is off. We know we did a good job.
But how are we gonna know what we did? No, this is more stress. What are you talking about?
But we already know we did it well.
But what did we do?
If Sal was a good dad.
What did we do?
We're pretty good. Oh, it feels like it doesn't matter because we already know we did it right. So you're the who's and what's it.
No.
You can be Candace.
No.
Omen looks around. He's like, is this a vision?
I feel like you're not listening to me. Hey, dummy! And I push him.
I make lightning
Be
crash
good.
behind Candace.
If you ever get a chance to be bad, don't. Be good.
Can you be more specific?
No!
The consequences of his actions.
I don't need to. Because I know this works. You like your daughter, right? She's great.
Certainty. Make certainty appear next to Candace, looking real fresh.
Yeah.
The jet sprays on her.
Yeah. If you're not a good boy, this is what's gonna happen. I'm gonna fuck her up. I'm gonna come back and fuck her up. So make sure you're good, or I'm gonna haunt the shit out of you, and I'm gonna fuck up your daughter. And then I turn around and go, This is what we needed, right?
Time is the enemy, the past, it threatens the fastest weapon. You wouldn't make it past a second, and that's the question. Play it brash and reckless, or choose a cautious solution you thought was prudent. In any sepulcher, pulchritude will become the putrid. It's that wealth that I'm pursuing. No mountain too steep or dungeon too deep to send expendable marks up to the top of the peak or beneath. They see you bleed, they come like sharks to it, while I swim in that money bin like Carl Barks drew it. So send your national parks druid, I'll send them home in a natural box with a closed top and most of the parts included. Save your breath for a cleric confessor. Death is a lesson and life is a tenured professor. But if you're seeking my official advice, sign on the dotted line initially twice.
Just get it.
Oh, go ahead, Jared.
Last time.
It's live.
You don't do it.
You don't do it.
You start and I'll interrupt.
Hello.
I am Tycho Brahe of Panic and Pax. I am also Omenifus Hereward-Dron, CEO of Acquisitions Incorporated, but today I'm your internet friend, Jerriford K. Horcrims, and I'm here to run a game of Dungeons & Dragons for my friends, specifically these friends in these guises.
Guises.
Fuck the guises.
You messed it up. It's creepy. It's too creepy.
To my right,
Who?
Dragonborn Nada Chichisto.
No one understands that
Dinar
reference.
Blitzan.
You gotta say it right.
Cell 5?
Everybody gets it.
The Auto 5?
Okay.
Now, to the right,
Oh, I stretched too much.
I hurt, and now I'm hurt. Now my body is hurt.
Oh, I ripped all the stitches, but it was worth it.
Now, to the right of my right, repping the natural world. Let me get it locked in.
We're gonna have to go. We have it on video. We'll have to go to the replay.
Wanna dog grass kakra.
This bird won't fly.
It's tilted.
The one-winged angel. It's a one-winged angel.
It's a Sephiroth situation.
They lost the rudder. They're going down.
Whatever. I got the high five. I'm Walnut.
You know me.
Y'all know me. Ish me.
We're off to a hell of a start here.
To my left, not your grandma's grandma, except in those rare cases where she is your grandma's grandma, Rosie.
Whoa! Wow!
Delayed.
I didn't know about
The release.
I would have. That's my deep and abiding respect for Josh
And the iPads.
and the iPads, but mostly Josh. That I left the lid on.
I appreciate
We'll
that.
leave the lid.
5 years of buildup. And we got there.
Leave the lid on for you.
It's very tasteful. To the left of my left, emerging, as though from a mist shroud, Cthulhu Drow.
Roll to see who it was.
It was a piss cloud.
What is that?
Come on, with some energy.
Hey. Way to show up.
We're mechanizing
what?
it. After the end of the season, we're gonna mechanize it.
Wait, no, we'll have an app.
Yeah, of course.
This is obsolete.
It's
in the
like-
We're gonna get
cloud.
this in an NFT somehow.
No. All right, now,
Shroud.
obviously, you can tell that we've all, we've entered the ritual space. We're in a reverent place in this moment. And that means it's time for a reading from the Book of Alyssa. At the beginning of the episode, we're going to thank our partners, Elderwood Academy, Level Up Dice, and the Idle Champions team for the continued support. The loremonger this week is interesting.
Oh.
I have the loremonger this week is Kate as Rosie. We'll post lore from the perspective of Rosie on the character whose lore meter you have filled in the overlay info box, as well as on the Acq Inc. site at acq-inc.com.
That's not entirely accurate, though, is it? Terry?
/C-team/lore, but it should be said.
That's not quite the case.
How old's the printout?
Yeah.
Oh, brand new.
No, I
hot.
just got this one from Josh. This is not my fault this time. But it should be said, as you will see, as you begin investigating this evening's lore delights, you might find that there is a lot of lore from many perspectives, and you may even discover a secret tier of tender lore that has not been there previously
LOL. Lots of lore.
from me. So,
Wait, what?
Okay.
I know, it's crazy. Now, check out the image below. Look at the deep places of the earth. For the custom Rosie Elderwood Academy Codex,
There it is.
we will be giving it away in chat on the first Cauldron tip, and for the second, we will give away a Snowmate set, which we already delighted you with previously on the second tip. So get active in chat. Although, I mean,
Active.
Do we have to get horny with the dice every time? Just real quick.
well, no, I feel
Yeah,
like
we
I
have
have.
so much
I
to
feel like
cover.
I have
so
not.
much to cover.
I feel like I have. Just hang on. I feel
got
like
it,
I have not let him handle the dice.
Let us have this.
Yeah.
Some of us
I need this, okay? For me.
It's been a long week.
Now they
Yes.
gotta go all
I'm gonna
out.
go out back,
Now,
break glass with Chris.
for the third and fourth Cauldron tips, we are going to be giving away the limited edition. The limited edition C-Team pin. Could you please put that in one of the dice trays, please?
Oh,
Legit.
oh, it's so pretty.
It's-
Man.
I don't know if it'll show up on camera. So I'm
yes.
trying to show you all of its
It's very handsome. Now,
rivets.
Building
and
this little
divots.
man.
Are you going to find some way to make this perverse?
Did you design this?
I'm struggling. But I have confidence in myself.
Are you struggling with
Those
the
big old man mittens trying to open
I
this tiny
know.
little bag.
with the
I know.
perversion, or are you struggling with the dice?
Never struggles
Both.
with perversion.
No, I'm having
is-
trouble. How can I objectify this snowman?
This is the
I don't know. I got nothing.
It's already. It's
It's a
three
little
objects.
phallic.
It's three objects as it is.
I don't care.
I don't care.
Go
more
after.
characters, please.
Yes,
Care
absolutely.
anymore.
Yes,
No
I
problem.
want to murder every character.
Yes.
That's not correct.
I'm not even horny
everybody's
anymore.
gonna die.
Yeah. Not even.
Give me those.
It's a snowman. Look at it. He's the wrong order.
That's
Only
weird.
this fucking steel
Oh,
trap.
boy.
What a weird.
Only
what
this-
a random. So random.
So random.
So, LOL.
I'm so random.
Random.
Stand up.
I'm glad we're not ending right as I run out of steam.
Fuck, that got me. All right. All right, I'm back in.
All right, we're back in.
All right, another
What you got?
season. Let's go. One more year.
No, that's
One more
not
year.
true.
Don't tease
I mean,
them.
no. Historically, you have the fifth season, and then the movie. I mean, isn't that
Right, six. Well,
It's 6 seasons of the movie.
Now listen. Historically, our shows have not been live. This one is. We're doing it right now, baby. I mean, our first 4 seasons were
Yeah.
live, but this
statistically,
this season,
most of them. But
All right.
Oh, yeah?
Historically, this.
Say something only a live Kate would know.
Yeah.
Lies.
Pull up a newspaper. I want proof of life, Kate. Proof of life.
Wednesday, November 17th.
Anyway, you could have recorded that. Tell me
could say
what's
that.
happening in the news.
NFTs, baby. I don't
NFTs. All these
Crypto.com arena.
these chuckleheads in Senate are at it again. Oh, when will they learn?
Oh boy.
All right, let's play D&D. Shut up.
No, I'm ready. I have everything that you need.
Don't say real names of real humans ever. Especially in this game.
No.
That's right. That's right. Having. Well, here, no, it should be established.
Clapton.
Before. God damn it.
Not in this place.
Not here.
I told you.
Ryan, it's 4:15.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Here, buddy.
Yeah, I know. I got stuff to do. Let's get this over with.
All right. So, anyway,
Lasagna at home.
as the party returns from Waterdeep back to the tasteful, these are obviously not big city accommodations. I mean, Red Larch, it is what it is. I mean, you know what I mean? It's changed a bit, but it is, they have not increased the size of it on the maps. You know what I mean? Not enough cartographers end up here to get the big, like the slightly larger version of the town glyph
They're lost.
on there. Yeah, a lot of people still think of it as a Thorpe. It's crazy.
That's ridiculous.
No,
You haven't been lately.
it is. We have some Red Larch tourism board type posters out here. I certainly remember that era.
Saratag made those, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh yeah. Now, you can see that the foyer, the sort of large entry room of the Drawn and Courtier, has been configured into something like an office type environment. You can see that a couple tables have sort of been pushed to the side. You can see that Certainty has, after the events perhaps of last week or perhaps the last 4 years, has quite a lot to manage today. And her grandmother has very politely allowed her here in the off season to take up a sizable portion of the grand room, obviously off to the side, the very small stage, the
Working from
pot-bellied
home.
stove.
Right.
It's a work from home situation, honestly.
Nice
And
and
a lot of
flexible.
employers, Acquisitions Incorporated included, they're more open-minded now about sort of different work configurations. And I think that they should be rewarded for that.
I think so too.
They're very forward-thinking. But she has two ledgers open, two Documancy ledgers.
Two ledgers at one time.
Daddy two ledgers.
Wow,
Over on the left,
what a cut.
You could.
she's got her secondary network equipment up and running. The sort of the dark leather, much as you see in the overlay of this season's program, flecked and shot through with gold. And then she has a traditional Acquisitions Incorporated Documancy ledger of a make you're quite familiar with, just to the right. And as you come in, she exhales a breath that you think she might have had in there for a bit.
If nobody says anything, it's not over. I refuse to play.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, I was gonna.
Of course,
but you were-
of course, Chris, like, I got it. I can handle this. I can make this.
Yes, end.
We didn't kill him. What were we supposed to kill him? What were we supposed to do?
Just scare him.
Okay, that's right. He didn't die of fright. He was afraid. We all saw the fear.
He was
Certainty.
afraid.
This is just.
Yeah.
I have to say, I've never seen a Replicandus so confident as when Replicandus was Dinar. I would put that in his employee file.
Dinar, do you still have it? I mean, are you still Candace? Like, somewhere, maybe in your heart
Well,
somewhere.
yeah.
You'll always be a little bit.
A little bit of Candace. You can't get that. Man, once you got it, you got it.
Not getting that
We're
out.
all Candace, then no one's Candace, right?
Yep.
I think so.
I'm putting it on all your heads,
Oh, what? Now we're all Candace. Okay.
just for a minute.
It's just like the werebear all over again.
We all get 15 minutes of Candace.
Yeah.
Per month,
They don't roll.
On off weekends.
unless you get Candace Prime.
Okay, We don't have time for this. I walk over to Certainty and just kind of tap her on the arm, but I don't say anything. And my eyes are looking around for Rosebud. I got one thing that I'm interested in, and it is Googling around with this little kiddo.
Googling?
Just Googling. This is me typing.
Rosie Beastfinger.
Let's look up murder.
So, as you come around, you place a hand on her, and then tiny paws reaching out for the straps of the sandal.
Ah, yes, there she is. And I get down, my knees are creaky. So it's a slow descent, but I pop a squat next to this little baby, and I'm just like,
There are, it was one thing to make a cornerstone out of season for the return of the heroes of Red Larch. This grandbaby has single-handedly made it a situation where they are being made daily. There are cornerstones mashed into a paste. There are partially eaten cornerstones. Here beneath the table is a repository
excellent.
of forbidden snacks.
Is this a balanced meal? We don't have time for that.
Can you describe what Rosebud looks like, just briefly?
Yeah.
Just wanna envision her.
She has a little tuft of like thin red hair. It's still en route. It's still en route, but we know where it's going.
Nice.
We know where it's going.
Okay.
So she pulls a couple straps, tries to get it, and then sits back down on a few desserts, and then reaches behind her with the two claws of her arms, lifts a cat that is larger than she is, and places it on her lap, and it endures a frenzy
Is this Onyx?
of petting. It is indeed. Looking plump.
I was gonna say.
It's been a good mouse season. Let's say this.
Nice.
This cat is in psychologically, this cat is in a good place.
Oh,
you can
and
tell.
so is Rosie. And I'm content to be here and watch y'all do your shit.
I got nothing to do. I'm like, there she is. There goes Graham again.
You wanna go check on your wife for now, or?
Is my wife there?
My wife.
Yeah, okay.
Topical.
Jerry.
Yeah.
Where is my wife?
Where is my wife? She is not here in this room. It's possible that she is up in the bedroom.
The boudoir.
That's where the magic happens.
Boudoir. Some kinds of magic are fixed in that space.
Humana.
Let's go there.
It's been
Yeah.
See what that's
Let's
about.
bring the camera in.
Awooga.
no, it's been so long. I don't know. What if it doesn't work anymore? Any of it?
It's a real feeling.
No, it's a real fear. Well, it's like cool. So we're doing this down here forever. Kid looks fun.
Yeah. So you're gonna just head up the stairs?
Do you want me to go talk to my wife?
I don't.
You gotta play Dungeons and
talking-
Dragons. You gotta play Dungeons and Dragons today, Tristan.
I'm not the boss. I'm not the boss.
It's the last time, so I'm very scared that I'm gonna do the wrong thing.
There's no wrong thing. This is like the Outback Steakhouse.
Or Reese's Cup.
Yeah.
You can't out Pizza the Hut.
Don't even try.
So don't even try. Exactly.
even
It's
try.
freeing. You
know
can't out Pizza the Hut, so don't worry about it.
Okay, you're right. Okay, well, I will go upstairs and I will go see
Oh,
if
you
Ron
fucked
is
up.
around. What the fuck?
Should not have done that. Stairs
Okay,
collapse.
everybody,
It's a trick stair. It goes,
Oh,
it goes
man.
chunk.
Yeah.
No, the stairs are fine.
Okay, well then,
Walnut.
how's it going upstairs? Where is she?
She is in the room
Where it happened?
where it happened, tuning
Topical.
tuning the lute manually.
Oh.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
You get it?
You know what I'm talking
You know? Yeah.
Okay.
On the wrist.
So I would just go and poke my head in. I see what she's doing, and also, anytime she's holding the lute, I have a little bit of a fear of sneaking up on her and surprising her.
She's cleaning her gun.
Yeah, she's cleaning a gun. So like I slide up on the door like with my hand on it, like making a noise, like I'm like, hello. Like we're back from whatever that mission was.
She says, how did it go?
Oh, we scared Omen real good.
Yeah?
Yeah, Certainty wanted us to make him cry or something. Set him on the right path.
And
Really just scare him.
she chose you guys for that?
I guess. I don't know. I don't really question a lot anymore. Well, no, it's like just really like heavy on the door frame. She's like, we've been through a lot recently.
Yeah.
It's just like, I feel like I haven't had, time to sit down for years.
Yeah.
So,
She says, you can sit down over here.
that sounds great and attainable. I'd love to do it.
And she sets the loot behind her on the bed and enfolds you and says, achievable goals. Things are already better now.
So Walnut comes over and she sits down and she just kind of like leans against Brahma and she's like, hey, when I was on the way to that mission, also on the way back from that mission, do you ever think how we got married and like we've never really had time to like be together, like live together or be really in the relationship where there was nothing bad happening?
She says, you want to move in together? She says, that's a big commitment.
What? I didn't think it was that big of a But I mean, like, you're
Walnut.
usually staying here.
Walnut.
No, you're right. This was ridiculous. I said I was
No.
overthinking it.
Walnut.
I don't think about it at all.
No. She says, no. Kiss on the cheek. No. Kiss on the other cheek. What are you talking about? Kiss on the forehead. This is a forever thing.
And you don't want to live with me?
She says,
Why don't you want me anymore?
Yeah.
baby, not here. Not like in your mom's house.
This isn't my mom's. This is more your mom's.
This is a mom's house, and you can tell.
This is somebody's mom's house.
It's like the Smash
Full of
Cuts where it's like
moms.
cross stitch, a quilt.
You know, but like horn stings.
Laugh love.
It's like whatever the toral equivalent of the nativity scene is. Wap wap.
Only two, Mom. Like, yeah.
Live, laugh, level up. Nope.
Eat, pray, want.
She says arguably it's like two moms at once, if anything.
There's so many moms here.
This is what I'm saying. So what are you talking about? Do you want to? I mean, let me guess. You would like to dig a hole in the ground and live like a star-nosed mole.
Oh,
That sounds nice.
yeah.
It's not a no.
I mean,
It's not a no, is it?
I mean, traditionally we didn't live like in a hole in the ground, but there was, a natural sort of.
Depression in the earth that was partially made by the hands of work. Okay, all right. Okay, I mean that's Okay.
There's a wood component.
It's called building a foundation. To dig to build the foundation.
You just live in it.
And you're like, that's good.
Build a basement, live in a basement.
One was like, traditionally it was, it's. I mean, it doesn't have to have a dirt floor. That's just optional. I can see that you would want
A floor, yes.
not made out of dirt.
Fancy fancy.
Wow.
Floor,
La-di-da.
It's
High maintenance.
Putting on my wrists here.
She's like,
Kind of pricey.
do you know what Certainty is so anxious about down there? She set all that up hours ago, waiting for you guys to come back.
What is she anxious about?
I don't know.
I mean,
I
assuming-
don't work there.
I mean, that's true. Do I work there? I mean,
I think maybe it's worth talking about.
if I work there or what's going on with Certainty. There's a lot happening. Well, it's like, you know what?
I'll talk about any of it.
Well, it's like, you know what? This is great. Let's put a pin in this. I feel like moving in, wow, And she takes a big breath and she's like, I would like to move in with you. Yes.
She says, I've already rented the cart.
You're gonna live in a cart.
Iris out. Let's close strong.
Oh man, yeah.
What a great show. Thank you.
Just on top.
And then Wallet's like, I think I need some time to chew on this. Well, let's circle back. Let's circle back around to this.
For now,
Yeah, Wallet's like, let's talk about this later in the night hours. Not now. I can't.
deal.
And so, in the spirit of swiftness, will be like, okay, I'm gonna go back, see what's up with everybody else. But the entire time she's like, so I wouldn't live here? Where the hell would I live? Well, is everybody gonna fit? How are we all gonna fit in the place? I don't think I can dig that many holes.
I'm gonna need a bigger shovel.
She's looking at Dinar, she's like, his face kind of shaped like a shovel. I don't know, maybe something there.
Wild shape, dire mole,
Dire shovel,
and we're out of here.
dire bulldozer. They're from Chult.
It's great stuff. As you come back down, there is another exhalation from Certainty, and the first time she says it, she stops and then elevates her voice slightly and says, I think we need to talk about your contracts.
I was going to say, yeah, if none of that, it could be that Certainty this whole time was ignoring Cthulhu. That's also very possible. But like the question was, so you have a two networks, a parallel network.
Wow.
And
I do.
How will they interweave? Or is it to be its own entity? Or is it to be, folded in or maybe partitioned via, different verticals?
She says, would you like a piece of paper?
That's great. But the different categories.
She says, I hope I won't need the parallel network. I think I'm as close as I've been to fixing the issues at the headquarters. The only thing I need to do now is extract my aunt from the company, root and branch, and then we shouldn't need a secondary network to communicate normal information.
Dinar, you were instrumental in frightening Omen. I'm sure he'd be up to the task of frightening her as well.
Frightening anyone.
Anybody,
Yeah.
really, yeah.
I still got the hat.
We leave now.
Yeah. Let me at her.
She says, as long as you're licensed members of Acquisitions Incorporated, and as long as my aunt is at the top of it, I think it may not be safe for you to have your equipment and your Marxist station.
What?
I see.
I think that it's best. I don't think that you need to go underground.
But I thought we were going to live in the hole I'm digging.
Just opens the door. That's news to me. Close the door.
You,
A laughing thing.
yeah, it can come out of this
Yeah.
side. You can still live in a. It's a metaphor. You can still. Yes, that's fine. You can live in a hole. I think. It's a hole.
Oh, okay. Salt.
It isn't my first choice, but I think you won't be surprised to learn that these contracts have a mystical component, and the sooner we can rescind those contracts and remove you from that system, I think the safer you'll ultimately be until I can regain absolute control of the company with my father. I don't like it.
So
I don't like it.
After 5 years loyal service, just cutting us out
Yeah, until
beneath the table.
yeah, and there's it's like you're making the statements like while small gentle tugs are happening to your own shoe.
The occasional meow.
She says, "If we can, I mean, I'd love to bring you back on. If that's what you want, but it's getting to the point where I'm not even sure we can afford you. This level of expertise."
You guys were getting paid?
Who's getting paid?
Yeah, what?
You guys weren't getting paid?
No, I don't think, well, I was supposed to keep track of that. So
You open the horse person bag, there's just paychecks in there.
Yeah, they're all expired.
it's 180. Yeah.
In my Acquisitions Incorporated, people get paid.
This was also, I mean, when I was supposed to be paying everyone, it was yours. I mean, it was not yours yet. So once you figure these out, the categories, as I previously was speaking of, then maybe the paycheck can be reissued.
The categories aren't the problem.
They're always the problem. Let's really dig into
Certainty,
the
you
taxonomy.
do not want to get into this with him.
Well, I mean,
It's just a contract. It doesn't mean we're not
Yeah,
going to hang out and be friends and do missions, whatever, right?
Well,
That makes that face.
This is Denarian Ryan. I'm going beyond the game. I'm never going to see any of you again after this.
it's like it's too real. It's too much weight.
It's too real. Go ahead, please.
well, it's like, just says, like, blurts it out loud. She's like, well, I guess if we're not employees, we can't live here anymore. So I guess it's good that I'm going to move out. Huh.
It's like kind of timely.
Like 2-frame animation. Like, pop! What do you mean you're moving out?
Don't say that because I'm going to do it with one frame.
Okay. Oh, sure. Just 1 frame. You know what? I should have been making animation notes for you this whole time. Rosie is a formless blob. When she talks, her mouth does not move.
No, hold on a second. The lights go out. All of a sudden, there's no light ever again.
Are you and Brahma moving in? Did you get a place? You didn't even tell me. Her voice is getting higher and higher.
No, we didn't. I don't know. We were up there, and then I said something. I think I asked her to move in with me, but then she said not here.
Brahma's at the banister. It's something we were talking about.
It seems timely. But
Well, I think it's really nice. I have the perfect housewarming gift.
Is it a house?
Let me know.
Because that would help us a lot. We're a young couple. We're still getting established.
Let's talk later. Oh, this is great. We'll talk about this. Yes.
I hope there's a guest hole.
What a day!
And it certainly says, see, it's all great. And she extracts a contract now weathered. It has not been placed as it should have been in the Documencer humidor. This particular document seems as though it has traveled around a bit. And at the top of it, you can recognize some of the language. It talks about the 25% tranches, provided so long members are in good standing. It establishes until the mutual satisfaction of all parties, which obviously is something we want to endorse. And at the top, this is like, it's like the section that, it's like that, like for internal office use only. It's like the part that the parties don't sign. It has the team designation. It says team, and then in the blank space, it says certainty, just after a C in parentheses.
The C stands for C in parentheses.
Oh.
It's copyright.
It's the copyright symbol. Is copyright present in
Yes.
Well, that's
intellectual property rights?
no.
Ideas want to be free.
Yeah, they want to be free.
But you can see the 4 signatures below, and on this document, there is additional sections for 4 signatures just below that to unspool it as a legal entity.
Oh,
to be
we gotta
furloughed.
Re-sign it.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
but I mean, according to our contract, don't we get like exit interviews or like?
She says I have the questions prepared and I can do them at any time.
Well, yeah, I'm not gonna sign a contract till I get my exit interview.
She says have a seat.
She sits immediately
What?
on the floor.
I'm not saying shit.
I ain't telling you nothing.
You trust us enough to terrorize your father, but not to help you overthrow your aunt?
Hey, wait, yeah, I just wanted feedback.
Yeah, I need to have my lawyer look at this. Where's Omen?
Yeah.
Wait.
She says, Ms. Dongrass,
Yes.
what would you tell a new hire
Don't.
about the organization?
Oh, wait, your organization?
Correct.
What would I tell them about the organization? Read every line twice,
Damn, that's good advice.
just in case.
She says, I mean, I think 3 is probably not overdoing it.
Yeah. Read every line thrice.
Some of the first contracts had lines that didn't appear until you read them 3 times. I'm not proud of it, but it's very, very effective.
Old habits are hard to break. It seems like good advice.
How many times did you die in our employ?
How many times did I die? Well,
Emotionally?
me personally, I guess none. But I mean, you know, my clone did kind of get reabsorbed into me.
She's like, there's not a place for that on this
Do you want to put 1/2?
document. Yes. She's like, yeah, it went in.
Well, there you go.
That's great. And have you turned in your equipment?
No. Man.
It's just about answers, right? You don't actually have to turn it in. You just say no, and then you leave.
Yeah, I'm like, can you put in yes? See what it says.
She says, like, you can't have it with you.
I emerge out from under the table and I go to take your hand, just one of them, and both of my little wrinkly hands, and I say, we can't have Portentia following us, knowing where we are.
I mean, yeah, but what are we gonna do? She's like holding the documents and things. She's got the book. She looks at Rosie. She's like, I know it's for the best, but like, she's handing it to Certainty. She's like, yeah, but so like, you know, what's next? Like, how are we gonna keep like adventuring together if we don't have ways to like talk to each other? Like, what are we gonna keep doing? How are we gonna do it?
You know that person that brings mail every day? We can keep talking to each other with mail. That's not an Acq Inc. thing.
No, I mean like we'll talk to each other because I'll wake up in the morning and you'll be there with the tea. I'm saying like how are we gonna talk to like other organizations?
Am I like a butler in this situation?
Haven't you always been?
Is that not how it goes?
Is that not what this has been?
Because they said they wanted to live in the guest hole. You're gonna be there, obviously, because I guess you're gonna be part of it. And then me and Brahma, and then Dinar and Krenar, they're gonna also probably live in a nicer place that's not connected to the main hut hole.
We could start our own group.
See?
We'll call it a new name.
I love that.
Dinar and Friends
I don't know.
Adventuring Group.
We're still
We'll base out of the Doomgate Inn.
Yeah,
Hang out with Trevor.
there you go.
See ya, Certainty. I don't need this. Dropping this. We just successfully completed a mission for you, and then I come back to this. I got ulcers over here, and you giving me this shit?
I want to go over to Dinar and reach up for your little clawed hand and try to grab it between my little hands and say,
Your little clawed hands.
my little clawed hands, my little gnarled hands, and grasp that too and be like, this isn't anything to be upset about. Nothing changes, you know?
If nothing changes, then I don't have to sign anything.
Well, that changes.
But,
But it's,
yeah.
what you're,
Apology accepted.
okay. Glad we had this talk.
I'm already moving to sign it.
Perfect.
And as I'm saying it, or as I'm signing it, I'm saying this is not enforceable anyway because it talks about mutual satisfaction. I can never be satisfied except for one thing, which this organization has not provided me.
Despite
which
your
is-
best efforts.
Yes. I mean, I had hoped in doing this I would understand the better, but that didn't happen. So I don't even need to sign it, but I will. I did. And I have.
And I am.
Yeah.
I am
I did a
still.
while ago.
Yeah.
She certainly just mouths the words, thank you.
I signed it before it was unrolled with this.
Before it was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rosie signs it too.
There is just one.
Yeah.
You're down to clown.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Now is it a race? It's like I signed it first.
Oh, I mean, I'm down to fight certainty to sign it. Dinar would need to be convinced. This seems very sudden.
She says the types of resources that Drawn Enterprises and the portions of Acquisitions Incorporated that she controls are immense. And here's the problem. They're not as good as you, Dinar. There's literally nothing there's no compass. There's no philosophy. Portentia is never going to stop the rest of her people, just as an example, and say that maybe violence isn't the answer. Violence is always the answer for them first.
So, I'm supposed to run away? That's it. Tuck tail and run?
To your castle, I guess? I don't know.
Kevin and run?
Kevin will not be tough.
Yeah. Here to help.
I think that you can help more if that's what you want to do. But it can't be under this existing contract, and it can't be with that. It can't be through that company. As I suggested, there's a mystical aspect to these contracts. I'm not proud of it. This is to keep you safe. If it would help you at all, I can write Dinar as a very tough, strong boy on the contract.
I'm not scared. Do I look scared? You look, and he looks terrified. You look, get close to his eyes.
They're just vibrating.
Yeah.
She says, I mean, a little, like not a huge amount.
Been through a lot for this company. It just seems...
I'd love to bring you back on in a better time, but you need to start thinking about Krenar. You need to start thinking about Cathra. Excuse me, the Matrix Domina of the Everhome.
Yeah.
Praise her.
Yeah. And he begrudgingly signs, yeah.
You made me do it.
Threatening... I didn't hear the threats from her. I heard the threats to my family from you, for the record.
All right.
I pocket my company quill. It has nothing to do with communication. I'm keeping it. You owe me this.
This is from
Yeah, that's just merch.
I slam the coin down and a gun.
And a badge. She withdraws each of these. She puts each of them into the horde's bag, and then she puts that horde's bag into a separate horde's bag.
Divided by 0, that's it.
And it slurps with relish.
Ooh,
and mustard?
Ketchup?
disgusting.
spicy.
Absolutely.
Got some crow?
That's cannibalism. It's a crime. It shouldn't be allowed.
That we need to investigate.
Back on the case. But Dinar and friends.
Exactly.
Dinar and the mystery team.
So,
Come on, gang.
Auspicia has been quiet for this portion. She has just been trying to make the minimal amount of noise possible, allow this to occur. And then she says, Rosie, Connor wanted to talk to you about something. Are you thinking about getting a new cart?
No, but I suppose this has probably got something to do with the Welver family. And I make meaningful eye contact with Walnut, and I'm like, Connor. I know. Where is he?
He should be at the shop.
Oh, okay. All right. I'll go see what he wants. You kids, have a great time.
Enjoy. He's such
Bye forever.
such a treat. What the? Well, I just started yelling at Dinar.
Whatever it is, I'll straighten him out. Don't worry.
The door closes. There are a few chirps and bleats that can be heard in the crack. You just follow the path south and then west out to the main road. Welver's wagons Connor Welver, proprietor.
Welver and Sons.
Welver and Sons. Fully established. Right here, as you enter from the long road on the south, you can see a host of wagons being repaired. Fortunes have definitely changed for. They've definitely changed for Red Larch, and they have and a lot of that change has happened right here at the mouth of it. By the time a cart gets this far north, half of it's gone.
Gotta repair them. That's how you get them. It's like that one gas station in Wyoming. You know the one.
You know,
What happened?
Sunoco.
Is there anyone else as I enter? Is it just Connor?
The main, like as you sort of enter the main room, yeah, he's just seated at a desk, looking out the window, and then his eyes sort of drift over to you, and he says, "Rosie,
Connor?
maybe it's best if we, it's probably best if we talk in the back."
Yeah, let's do that.
He leads you back through a door, and then from a storage drawer in this. It's almost like a small mailroom or something like that. He locks the door, extracts a black candle, and as he lights it, the room itself begins to fill. Every crack seeps and seethes with shadow. And he says, "Grandmother, may my labors please you."
What? Man, I hate Connor. Sorry. I hate this dude.
You know, you really need to start making yourself a little more appealing to Walnut. Your labors do please, etc.
Smile more.
Tell me, please, and there's like a visible relaxation to Rosie's shoulders as this ritual is initiated. Like she's like shrugging back into an old skin.
Right. She like loses years.
Yeah. And it's not good. It's not good.
No,
but
not
it's
for the
different.
foe.
It's different. And she's like, okay, you've had a lot of time. Tell me you have good news, please.
Grandmother, I have the best news. The Shadow Council has done exactly as you have asked. Our purpose nears its close. Now, of course, we will seek a new purpose immediately after. A network this powerful, this vast, a tool of this sharpness must have some other use after this. But let me show you how I have pleased you. And 3 small vials are produced. Within each, a different strange eyeball. He says, I have them. Ifrit, Diva, and Modron. They're the last ones.
Are you sure? And I pick up each of them and hold it up to the candlelight as well as I can see it in the darkness.
He says, secured at great cost, at great, great danger. But the council has served you well.
I can't believe it. How? I was just genuinely flummoxed by this. Like, I don't even understand the vastness and the capability of my own network at this point.
He allows himself a chuckle that's contained just entirely inside the barrel chest. And he says, this and more.
Wow.
This and more. It says you should be able to find, and he considers his words very carefully here. He says you should be able to find what you seek.
Thank you. You do not, you cannot understand how much this means to me. Thank you. And I take all 3 vials and I secure them into pockets in my robe. And I touch the jar of eyeballs, which is strapped. I like to think in kind of like there's like a big old holster for it made of leather at this point.
Yeah, right around the lip of the glass, maybe
Yeah.
like a double belt type situation.
Yeah, it's like dangling off. And I give that a touch. And I say, Or the funding, of course, was sufficient.
Ample.
Excellent.
Yeah.
On the
He's just about to blow out the candle. He's
on the subject of what happens next, it is my wish that this network is dissolved immediately upon the execution of its function.
He says, they won't all agree.
Well, then I suppose you'll have to make them. And there is a very sinister smile that appears on her face, flickering with this black candle light in the background.
He blows out the candle. The mailroom reasserts itself against that mist. And he opens the door back out and he says, well, it's going to need a whole new axle. That's going to be 2 weeks at a minimum. We can't, these red larches.
I don't have 2 weeks, loudly.
Well, then you can secure the services of a chronomancer, I guess. And, work some forbidden magic.
I'd like to speak to your father.
Well, you can go back and dig him up. So, pleasure doing business with you.
I will.
Great.
I forgot he was dead.
Shovels round back, so,
Goodbye, Connor.
yeah.
I hate this dude.
And I go back to the DNC.
Okay. You have you have everything you need, it would appear. What are your next steps, Grandmother Knight?
So I come back. What are y'all three up to? Just chilling.
I'm yelling at Dinar about how we're
Fighting with
not going to
Walnut.
be called Dinar and Friends. Like, we could be the D team, but it stands for Doomgate, not Dinar.
I have been looking out the window toward Welvers and saying, she was the best of us. And now on approach, like, you returned. Did not expect to see you, grandmother. What brings you?
Oh, it's so nice to have been missed. I was gone for 7 minutes.
Yeah.
No time at all.
And I just take in the hullabaloo here for a second. I look at Rosebud and I look at Certainty, and I'm just like, I'm smiling, and I want to catch your eye, Walnut, if I can.
Yeah, absolutely. And I look at you like, I'm like,
I know.
can't believe this.
It's like the background animation version.
Just
It's just two frames.
Pin dot eyes. Yeah.
I'm gonna look at you like, I'm like, oh, I want some solidarity, and then I see that there's no buy-in for what we're talking about, and so I'm just like,
Yeah,
like that one moment of like cocking my head, like,
Yeah, there's definitely like some distraction. Like I'm not totally here in this moment, and I make eye contact with you, and you see me take the jar of eyeballs, and just start to unscrew the lid. Do you want to take a break from there?
Yeah, let's do it. Revered Shadow Council, may our labors please you. We will be back right after the break with more C-Team. Don't go nowhere.
Eat some eyeballs.
Hello. Welcome back to Test C-Teams. These are all the same people who were here before, etc. Now, Book of Alyssa. So last week was the Feast of the Moon in Idle Champions. This event introduced Whittle, who you may recognize from ICP Whoop Whoop, the Trials of Mount Tiamat, and brought back Penelope, Half Pint, and Sentry. So this week's C-Team giveaway is the Mega C-Team Bundle.
What?
You authentically will not believe what that means. So you get the C-Team in your formation with unlocks and 42 gold chests each for Walnut, Rosie, Kithris, and Dinar. It was already dumb.
That's 168 chests.
Really?
I was going to
Can you
say
do
that's
stuff like that?
42 times 4 chests. I couldn't get there at all.
human calculator. Oh my god.
Me boop.
I love it. Well, anyway, That's true. I mean, everything that I just said is true.
Ow.
Now, we are also giving away the Omen notepads, and we have one more to give away on the Cauldron fill. My understanding, so we don't have 100% access to like what the chat is doing.
No, we can't see.
But it sounds like things went really crazy out there.
Break the website.
I hope that you enjoyed
I'm gonna give a stretch goal.
the delicious lore.
Donate enough. We'll do another season.
No. Do you see Alyssa's face?
Like if they fund a season.
Yeah.
Right? Like if you give enough bits.
If you find a season, we'll air it.
Yeah, if you find a season, sure. If it's already done and we don't have to actually do it, then yes, that sounds great. Now, when last we saw our heroes, Rosie was unscrewing the top of a jar. A mysterious and strange jar that has existed since the beginning, more or less, of the program. You might recall a quest. The goblin raids must cease.
Yes.
We did destroy one of these jars and something really bad happened, and then I kept the other one just in case. So I unscrew the top, and go ahead.
She pops the top.
I think that Walnut would have totally forgotten everything about it and just been like, oh, that's that nasty jar of hard-boiled eggs Rosie's always taking.
It's grandma shit.
Grandma shit. She's always out there pickling.
Her pickled eggs.
So I sort of unceremoniously, the lid comes off, and yeah, there's a reek to it for sure.
Is it a screw top or is it one of those like latched like
Ooh.
like a pickle jar?
Yeah.
Like,
Let's latch it. So chicken.
Oh yeah, like a swing top.
Yeah. So that comes off. There's a smell, and and then with my other hands, one by one, I pop open these cork-topped vials, pop, and then calmly toss the vial, crash, pop.
Good Foley work.
Two. Thank you.
Boom.
Ow! And this last, the Modron eyeball, I'm like, okay.
It's just like rushing, like in your hand, like trying to roll around between your fingers.
Gross. And then I drop it in. I put the top back on, but that's just more for the sake of saying this was my jar of eyeballs. And I say, hold on your butts. And
What?
I just smash that jar of eyeballs on the floor of the Dronin Court air.
I go, ew.
I go, ugh.
I go,
Gross.
the food.
What are those, eyeballs?
The celebratory eyeballs.
Oh, God, the old eggs.
You want to take this or you want me to keep going?
Where'd you get that? The eyeball
Absolutely.
store?
Well, I will describe what occurs when this happens.
Oh, no.
The
Not consequences.
the eyes themselves
Windows to the soul.
freed.
The windows to the soul.
Exactly.
That are on the ground.
They achieve a configuration around you as the dropper, and
Eyedropper.
they each
Eye,
yeah, you got
comma,
it.
drop.
They each sort of occupy a space like in a mesh or grid around you, and they are frantically seeking. And there is a moment where, one by one, they all look in at you. And what you have been told is that this will show the precise location of your facility, shall we say, from your previous organization in the Shadowfell. The place where you, a vile, eternal prison, where you essentially collected your worst foes and placed them beyond the reach of your organization.
Okay. So when these eyeballs,
This whole just scene, we're like arguing and stuff, and then it's like, jar, eyeballs, net. And then it's just like, well,
No, I think I would just be shocked, like, What?
I'm gonna be like, holy shit.
Well, yeah.
Anyway.
Auspicia has.
the Denora and the Blitzens.
No, shut the hell up! What the hell's happening?
Auspicia has seized. Auspicia has seized Rosebud now, and has pulled her absolutely away from this. You hear the door in the back open up.
And that's fine. I think that that was probably unnecessary, but I understand. And I'm like, yeah, this is probably pretty disturbing looking.
But it hadn't occurred to you at all to begin with, which helps you understand what is going on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everyone, this is gonna be some cool shit.
Watch this. And so when those eyeballs all swivel toward me, I realize it worked. And I go, excellent. And I use my grammamancy, and I do emotion.
Oh, here, hold on. Hey, Josh, if you would be so kind.
Oh my God.
Shut the hell up.
Hey.
I missed it.
He's got it.
Am I tipping the cauldron?
Yeah.
Do it.
This is wonderful.
Tip, baby.
Okay, so I make a motion like I'm grabbing at the air, like it's a solid form.
Yeah, like kneading bread almost.
Yeah. And I use grammamancy, and shadow starts to pour out of my sleeves and out of the floor of my robes, and I pull. I pull, and the room becomes black, and shadow starts to flood in like great waves. And you three, Certainty, Auspicia, Rosebud, they're all fine, but you three come with.
Okay.
You three are with me in this place.
Oh.
What do we see here, Jerry?
What you see defies description. Thank you so much, Josh. Defies description, but I'm going to do my best.
Let's say, wow, that's a way to get out of this one.
Craftian.
Yeah, that was just
It's
going to say.
beyond words.
No,
So
it's like
anyway.
a bat, but also like a dick. It's like a bat's dick.
That's it.
Indescribable.
I was just gonna say Pulitzer Prize. No. So it is not the strong prison fortress that you left. The years since you set all this aside have not been kind to it. Imagine that the shadow that you can shape and form has become gummy and sticky at the edges. It's forgetting its shape. There are the prison itself is almost a set of like sphere-like globules that are attached via spokes to a central area. But the whole facility was once yours to command and control, and the intervening period, I mean, apparently it requires some kind of maintenance.
I see.
World of goo.
Yeah, real world of goo situation. And so we all find ourselves here, and the darkness is extremely thick too. And so I think I have a spell. Let's look at my spell book, shall we? Let's just do it. Dark vision. So I touch the side of my face to give myself dark vision, and I am immediately looking around. I'm trying to find something. Can I do a perception check?
Well, the eyes themselves that have come with you, they know precisely what you're looking for.
Are they pointing at it?
They are seeking, every few seconds they are seeking it. It shifts around here. It's like there's a flow, like a cosmic flow to this shadow geography. And they are slowly tracking a sphere that is revolving gently around the central spoke.
Okay. So I follow that direction, and I just start calling out in a whisper at first. Beatty. Beatrice. Beatty. Are you here? Beatty. Beatty. It's getting more and more urgent.
Yeah, the different orbs are attracted almost. This is a place of almost abject silence. Different orbs that must have represented these prisons of yours that are melting down one by one. They're sort of drawn like insects to the sound. And they've gathered around a strong central one. And as you get closer to it, that thin shell of shadow around, you can see Beatty inside. Your only daughter. Your real daughter. The one whose absence you've done everything to fill. She is in there. She is scared. And entering it is one way.
My heart's pounding because it's been a very long time since I last saw her, and she's aged in a way that I didn't get to see, and just knowing that she's been alone here this whole time is the one thing that Rosie can actually call a regret. And so there is like this wildness, this madness in her eyes, and she turns and looks at the three of you one by one, and I think she stops on each of you and says, "You understand, don't you?"
Not even a little bit.
I don't.
Yeah, what is happening?
What is this?
This, and there's shame in the way that Rosie points to this prison. She says, "This is my biological daughter, the only one, my only biological child. And enemies of mine utilize technology that I created to entrap her here decades ago. And all I have been seeking to do in my life since that moment was to get her out. It's just my fault. But one of the things that I have come to understand in my research at the monastery is that there is only one way in, and there is no way out. And I have to go. I have to be there. You understand? You understand.
There's that considered like, yes, like if these are all of the facts and you have done the work and that's what you want, where you want to be, then yes, I do understand.
No, I don't understand. What is it with today? Why is everyone not? Why am I hearing about this now? Why won't anyone let me help them? Why won't certainty let us help fight her aunt? Why wouldn't you let us tell? Why are we telling us now? We could have been trying to get her out of here for.
Dinar, shut up. For once, just shut up. And there is wildness. She and her, like the strands from her braid have come out a little bit too, and she says, "This is the worst thing I've ever done in my life. Why would I tell it to the best boy I've ever met? Why would I tell it to anyone? Why? Of course I didn't tell you. Of course I don't want your help with this. This is my mess to clean up. This is what I did. You understand, Walnut, right?" Please.
If I had that chance, I wouldn't give it up.
Thank you. And she turns and she looks at Beatty, and she doesn't totally turn back around again, but she says over her shoulder, "You're all gonna do great." And she steps through that sort of glassy shadow orb onto the other side and is now inside with Beatty.
And we see that. We can see that. What else is there that we see?
Inside,
Yeah.
it is like a nightmare kaleidoscope of furniture, plants. It's just it's shadow taking random shapes. There's no confidence to any of the shapes. At least there wasn't before. That was before a once in a generation master of shadow entered it. What do you make of that place?
I make it into a home. And as I step in, all of these frenetic shapes and shadows and flashing resolve themselves into a little ornate table for two.
Is it like when a grandma comes in and just like the behavior stops?
Yeah. All the shadows are like, oh boy. But yeah, there's a table for two. There's even a window looking out onto nothing. There's a tea kettle, all ornamental, of course. And all of these things are done sort of subconsciously as I'm walking toward Beatty, and I reach out and I touch her. I hold her hand, and then everything starts to fade out. The shadow starts to sort of evaporate, suck itself back into this spheroid prison, and that's the last thing is Rosie grasping her daughter's hand and Beatty slowly looking up and seeing her. And then you're back in the drawn-in courtier, and Rosie's not there.
That was incredible.
And this all takes like
It's fast.
it's like jar break.
It's fast.
Rosie gone forever.
When we
It's
get
fast.
when we get back and it's just like that, and it's like seeing her not here and the remnants of everything. Like she was just here.
That little Rosie.
Yeah, I think the first thing out of Walnut's mouth is, "We can call it Dinar and friends. I don't care." It's like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this today. This isn't what I thought we were doing today. And she looks over at Thirst and she's like, "You're not going anywhere, are you?"
Unfortunately.
At this point, I couldn't say. I'm not sure.
I go over and I hold your hand and to make sure that you're actually there and continue this scene because that's just what's happening. Everybody's here and corporeal. I'm like, and we're fine with what just happened, right? She seemed happy.
No, I mean, Dinar would get mad.
Yeah, he
Dinar
would.
would get mad at something. He would just be mad. I think Dinar would start yelling at Certainty and just be like, "What just happened? Did you know what was going on? Why did you? It can't be a coincidence that you fire us in 1 minute and then Rosie's gone the next. What is happening?" I don't know how to process my emotions.
I have
Agreed.
put mine into a hopper to be worked on later.
I have it's completely automated. It's a spotless factory floor.
Right.
For the processing of feelings.
Yeah, a portion of my subconscious has been parceled out to confront this at a later date.
To be determined.
Yeah, I mean, I don't imagine Certainty knew about this either.
Oh,
She can speak for herself.
Certainty says, "You're mad at Rosie."
Yeah.
You feel like Rosie betrayed you.
Yes.
You thought that you could trust her.
Yes.
And then she surprised you with an act of cruelty.
Not cruelty, but yes.
Feel it.
I do. I'm mad.
Don't take it out on me.
Why not?
You're here.
I got to take it on someone. Why?
No. Just then.
Maybe I drove her away. I don't know. I was needy. I needed a matriarchal figure.
Yeah, it's
my
I won't let anyone let me help them. Walnut, what do you need? I will help you.
I hold up Cthulhu. I'm like, me, them, you, this. Oh, no one's going anywhere.
Fix him.
the door swings open.
No.
And Albie, the male individual from Acquisitions Incorporated, who delivers the mail to this area and also special missives from the head office, hands you it's like a gleaming. It's almost made out of it looks like it's made out of copper foil.
Ooh.
It's a scroll case that is clearly Janari in origin, and you hate it. Just instantly, you know.
That goes without saying, yeah.
Well, yeah, it's just you know exactly what's in there. And it's the worst. So you obviously you have managed Tiamat. You have you had to deal with the manifestation of Tiamat on Earth, literally, but also Prince Shimmer scale. Like you had to deal with your own family demons.
A lot of classic episodes.
Right? This is the worst.
Misadventures.
Let's
But
think
this is-
about him.
Yeah, let's think about them.
But this is worse than all of that. This is catastrophic, like at a cosmic scale. Because this letter is a summons to the castle, and it is a summons to the castle.
chestnut.
And unfortunately, it's exactly as you suspected. It's the Hound's Delight. It's a full month of dog-related decisions. What color, like all the livery on the dogs represents. It changes every Hound's Delight. And also, like, you have to, like, plan out. It's one of the royal tasks. You have to plan out, like, all the meals that are going to be fed to dogs of state. During the week-long ceremonial meal in their honor, the Friends Feast. It's a month long.
Hound's Delight.
And it's a dog month long, too.
Yeah.
That throwaway
It's
joke
7.
Yeah.
was not.
Comes back.
Comes back to bite you in the ass.
Yeah.
Like a dog might.
Like a dead cat that you're gonna feed to the dogs.
Just and there is just a stately hound emblazoned on the thing, and if you look close, each of the Janari symbols is like just a little dog in a different pose. Like it's a nightmare. It's the worst thing you can imagine.
Well, yeah, this ain't exactly the best time either.
No,
This is bullshit.
but you do feel the pull of home, but like not.
You can't not be there for a Hound's Delight.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Look at him.
You can't not be there.
Yeah.
I think you protest too much. You
All right.
want to go. You like
right.
it.
We gotta go to Jannar.
It's what Rosie would have wanted.
You've been there before.
Rosie
We
would've
gotta go
wanted
back. I gotta go back for a thing.
When?
What are you doing? You're not doing anything. You just got fired.
Yeah. And I
You work for me now.
We got honorably discharged, I think.
We were somehow discharged. I don't know if
Furloughed.
Honor wasn't even on that axis at all. I was hoping to spend time on my book.
What book?
You do that in Jannar.
For my cult.
We're gonna.
For his cult.
For the
His
cult.
guidebook.
Yeah.
His Dianetics.
To spread the word of the That's a good title for it. Dianetics. I like that.
Yeah.
it's WURD, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Word.
It's like Dungeons and Dragons is die and ethics.
They love
Die ampersand ethics.
Detics.
And I'll come up with a acronym.
We'll
for
workshop it in the
ethics.
cart.
On the way to the dogs?
Yeah.
I love it.
Okay.
Yeah. Why not?
I'm en route.
Walnut, you can hear Brahma upstairs saying, "Go away! Shoot!"
Listen to her.
Then you hear a few. You hear a few.
Jannar.
Yeah, you hear a few sharp raps on the window.
Oh, lay down
This
some bars.
Her name is Brahma.
Sharp.
She's here to say.
Yeah.
She likes to in a major way. Okay.
Wow.
I
was getting good.
I look at the two of you arguing about a book and going to Jannar for a dog thing, and then like the fact that Rosie just did that, I'm like, I've not processed that, and so it's not real.
Of course.
Yeah.
So I walk up, I go upstairs, and I'm like, so serenely, "Hey, Brahma, something going on up here? Something
Yeah,
wrong?
these fucking birds.
Let me take care of
She looks at the window and she says, "I'm trying to do shit."
Let me take it. You know what? You let me take care of them. You just sit there. You look nice. And I look, and I fling open the things, and I go, talking to the birds, I go, "What can we do for you here today?" The dog here.
Oh, it is the daughter. Ooh.
Yep.
Jeez, Vizier.
Jeez. Wow.
It's so nice to see a familiar face.
There's
Hello.
three.
gonna do
There's three
dance one
tiny.
last
Oh no,
time?
this. Don't worry. Don't worry. There's three.
There's three.
Oh, wow.
There are three tiny Stellar's Jay fledglings, and they are hopping about on the slanted edge of the roof. And there's, we are the daughter. Ooh, we are very powerful.
You have a beautiful family. I hope that you're all together forever. Don't let them out of your sight. Don't let them out of your sight.
Yeah,
These moments are the most precious.
a very small strut is presented to the extent that these small wings will allow.
Sure.
Daughter, hear us. Ooh. Ooh.
What would I hear from you?
Our
tiny chicks?
names,
Oh?
hear us well, daughter.
Okay.
Our names are Bug and Smell and Worm. And they chitter to each other. Yes, we are Bug and Smell and Worm, daughter.
And
Eat us.
I look down
Hear
at
our cry.
Vizier and I go,
There's no vizier.
"Oh wait, it's not Vizier, it's just them."
It's just three of them.
Oh, it's just the kids.
Oh, yeah. And they say, "Oh, you seek vizier, our father. Well, daughter, he has gone to the fifth nest.
Damn, Vizier.
It is 5 long
Wow.
and 5 wide and 5 deep, and 5 birds dwell within. There are 5 worms in the nest, and when you eat them, 5 worms appear.
Uncountable.
He is in the 5 nest, daughter."
I look at them so sadly and I go, "My grandmother just went to something like that." She just assumes they're talking about him being dead.
Yeah.
There is a rasp. There is a rasping cry and call from the top of the eave.
Oh.
Children!
Maybe not. Okay.
A few plump struts from Vizier casts these children away. He says, children, well, daughter, it has been difficult maintaining the whole of the natural world in your absence. But I have managed it somehow.
Have you? That one kid's name is Bug.
His name is not Bug.
It's bugward.
It is larva.
That's a type of bug.
Didn't Walnut name one of these babies?
It is.
With a name like Bug?
Yeah, exactly. It says, perhaps this is not merely a crest, Perhaps it is a large brain.
Perhaps, but also perhaps it's a crest. I don't.
Well, one may never know.
Well. So, Vizier, you say that you're running the whole of the natural world without.
Yes, it tires a bird. It tires a bird terribly.
And
My
what
feathers are a mess.
what is the taking care of the whole natural world? Laying eggs?
Well, I do not lay the eggs, of course, but
Look.
I'm key to their manufacture.
I'm sure.
I look at the eggs sternly. I tell them, I bid them hatch. Hatch.
Yeah, important work. We got names for people like you in my grove, but all right.
And he hops down to the edge and looks down at the chicks that are sort of. It looks like they're almost playing a game of some kind. They are kicking and pecking at what you can tell even from here in the window is a Nemazir.
Whoosh. I don't like that.
And I go,
It's like finding a few children that are playing with a nuclear warhead.
Say, like
No.
kicking
Yeah.
around a grenade.
nope. And I was gonna, I get it. I look at Brahma and I just make like a stressed noise, and then I just jump out the window. Just shit. No, like a, yeah, obviously.
Yeah, young birds. Yeah, young birds.
Yeah, I shriek at them.
Well,
Gutturally.
it is our seed.
Where did you find this? Get away, also. And then I grab it. I go, don't ever touch this. This is not
Now
for
they
you
are
to
up on you,
touch.
and it's a dark version of a Disney film.
Disney film.
They are up on the. They are up on
Hans
your.
Christian Andersen
Up on your raiment,
Oh.
like seed. It is our seed.
No.
It's the large seed.
Yeah, this is not for you. I've had a very difficult day. These are bad. These are bad. These are weapons. Not good seeds.
It's you can feel it speaking.
Oh.
Like in your hand, you can feel the speech as it sort of turns in your fingers.
As the chirping of the birds kind of fades away, and I like turn myself to this seed. What is it? What is it saying to me?
It says, "Does the war still rage, Grovekeeper?"
Yeah. Walnut says, the war is over. We must sleep.
And there's like it's like a stretch, like imagine a birch tree in a heavy wind, just not a crack, just the creak of it relaxing itself. And it says, until the next war.
Whew. Bomb squad.
Walnut looks up at the birds and she goes, "Where'd you find this?" All three of them.
They look to each other like it's like the prisoner's dilemma. They're like, okay, if we all don't say it,
I'll ask you.
if we all don't say it, and then
Should I ask your dad?
they all turn at this at once and say, the Leyan, the Wood Witch.
What?
Okay. So, in the most tired, like, druid fashion, she puts this in her bag, puts it in her pocket, whatever the hell. Guess you took her bag. Bitch. And it's like one motion, like, wild shapes into a bird, into a hawk.
Like seed in and then
Yes, flaps up back into the window, lands in front of Brahma, and it's just like,
and she sees this and she just reaches for the loot like it's
yeah, you're gonna need that.
on.
We have to go take care of something. And I think I would just look at her and be like, "Can you help me with one more thing?"
Yeah, one more thing.
And then I promise. And then that's it.
I'm out of the game, baby.
Every time I
Yeah,
think I'm out,
right.
they pull me back in.
Yeah, she says, yeah.
Oh, and then we'll take a honeymoon, a proper honeymoon.
Anywhere you want to go, baby.
As long as it's Jannar.
I was gonna say, are we gonna do this hot dogs thing? What is it? What are we doing?
You're gonna know a month on
Something
hot
about
Hot dog eating contest.
God. Actual dogs. So
Walnut,
I think
Joey Chestnuts.
I think I would
They'll all be there.
go downstairs with Brahma, and I would pull out the seed, mostly to show Cthulhu. I think Cthulhu would have some. I don't think maybe Daenerys paying too close attention to the type of plants we were dealing with.
He's afraid of all seeds now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, wait. Actually,
Is that a watermelon? Ah!
both of you, I would say
It's like an arsenal.
Yeah, oh shit.
I'd say so there were some birds outside. What? Playing with a Nemazir seed.
No.
And when I asked where
Schools.
they got, I asked where they got it.
Starting younger and younger.
They told me that that it came from Nalayan. Who actually, Jannar, you would remember? She killed you. Do you remember that?
She killed us.
She killed us both.
Yeah.
but he.
Yeah, I remember.
He took it really hard.
Yeah. Taking a lot of things hard today.
She killed us both, and it didn't keep. That's the most upsetting part.
Yeah.
Well, I hope that energy sticks. While you two, I think, are gonna go do the dog thing in Jannar, which is not really my thing. I think we're gonna go take care of these seeds. Just make sure that no more of these little woodland creatures are playing with war weapons. It's pretty important.
I guess that's more important than the
We
dogs.
could do both.
I mean, you're welcome to come.
Do that on the way to my thing.
We'll do that.
It's like Toyotathon in
go-
Jannar. It's whatever. We
We'll
could
go
be a
to
little
House-
late.
We'll go to House of Light. Okay. How long is it? It's a month?
No, we got
Yeah.
to do my thing first.
Then we'll. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a month. It's
It's one sink a month.
All right.
a month.
Okay.
We got a whole month.
Then
You
agreed.
get a great deal on a lease.
Who's Elise?
You'll know her when you meet her.
You won't wonder.
You won't wonder.
soon as
the
you get
second
there.
you meet her, she'll make her presence known.
Not as great a deal as you
Right.
think.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it ain't.
All right.
3.9 APR. Are you still here? Get out of here, Elise.
If I look out the Drawn and Courtier, isn't the edge of Crucible like right on the edge of town now?
Well, yeah, there is a very clear path from here to there that you can see from this window. It's high enough. You can see how it has spread out there, and you can see that it continues out that way and becomes like a truly dense forest in no time, a couple of years' time.
Okay. A couple years walk from here. So, yeah, I just said
You can get there.
yeah. Well, we're gonna go. Brahma and I are gonna go take care of that. If you want to come, no pressure. You could come with. You could help me. You could help me kill this horrible person that also killed you.
Hey, yeah.
Vengeance.
Dinar and the Blitzends, we don't leave one of our members hanging, right?
Yeah.
This guy gets it. What's your
Concerns
name
us
again?
all.
Which one are you? This guy gets it.
It's not important.
I agree.
Finally.
You have my sword. I don't have a sword.
But I can get one.
I'll probably get one.
I don't know how to use it.
Pick it up.
So I think honestly, I would just
Just go right there.
go right to the edge of the wood, and I would say to the first tree, I would speak with plants and speak to the first tree, and I would be like, we're here to talk to Nalayan.
Like,
Yeah, like I'd like to speak with the manager.
Yeah. Exactly. It says we do not speak her name here.
Whoa.
Here?
Here.
here.
Well, thank you for the information.
Move
Yeah,
on
I've
to
been
the next
teaching
street.
Dinar a little bit of plant. Not much, but he gets the gist.
Here is
He gets the
that?
gist.
Here?
It sounds like here.
I
heard
heard
here.
the body language, the posture. You can
Yeah.
tell that he's
Yeah.
stonewalling.
He wants to order beefaroni in the Grove, like all proper.
Yeah.
In Duolingo on his off time.
And just tree, it's just like,
But just checking your accent. No.
All right, if we make our way into the heart where the Nemesis
Absolutely. Yeah.
sits.
Well, exactly. Like where the tree itself
Sure.
rises and is also a kind of strange throne
Yeah.
as well.
Do I see that bee?
You do. You see her. It sounds like trees talk. You know what I mean?
Stuff gets around.
Yeah. And her raiment it's almost like it's changed with the season. She customarily wears Nemazir seeds in a head dress, but they have sprouted and they haven't done what They haven't done what they're intended to do. Because a Nemazir is a weapon designed to destroy the Drow or modified to warp its technology and produce a city out of nothing, right? In either case, it's a significant thing. She looks as though she is like draped in weeping willow. They have like sprouted and grown down until they have become a part of a part of her raiment itself. Cool. And the trees around in the center of Crucible are filled with ravens. And when she sees you as you enter the grove, she looks up and gestures at them, and she says, "The daughters of Maleth have taken the raven's vow. This is the winter of our people. When spring is here, they will gather the seed of a new grove to us. For now they rest, and I will rest too. The world has forgotten me." She says, no plant will hear me. None will do my bidding. No thing will grow. No good thing will grow. What kind of a grove keeper is that?
One that came like ready to, like she had like leveled her sword at her. It's like, Nilayan, like, oh ho, my old nemesis. And now seeing this, Walnut is seeing the life cycle of everything here in her. And Walnut says, the plants grow, they have their time in the sun, they bear fruit, they go to seed, and they rest.
She is taking it hard. You can tell. But she says, they've already chosen you.
Who? No.
She says, show me the other one. Show me the other walnut. The one that dwelt in that cursed place.
Oh.
That Steel City.
We're all the same. She's here.
She comes closer.
Oh.
And she says, the old ways are a grave. I misled you.
Do I feel something in me?
It stirs. And she goes back to the center of the grove, and she says, I will not see the Green Age, but I can be more than I am. And she removes her sandal, just like kicks it off to the side, removes the other sandal, and stomps her foot down into the soil, and it splits. Her leg splits into roots.
Whoa.
And her other leg splits into roots. And she bends over unnaturally backwards. Her arms touch the ground and split. And she, nourished by the earth in this last act, if nothing else, becomes a home.
Oh, this is Triss and Walnut speaking. Walnut sees this happen and sees what's in front of her, and it's like at the base of the
Yes.
at the Nemazir, in this place with all the ravens and everything. And Walnut's just like, like, no. She looks at the ravens. She's like, you can't choose me. Like, this is not. I spent my whole life trying to get away from this. This can't be like. This can't be where it is. Like, I can't. What? Why? Why did I spend so much time out just to be here?
You turn back just as though to get support for your argument. And gentle beasts have begun to fill the middle space.
Oh, no.
Not beasts.
Heads bow.
Not gentle beasts.
Racks of antlers
Bunny.
descend. And then, shortly after, pairs of beasts come and ask for the redress of their grievances. They have begun to line up before the throne.
I
Oh my god.
would look to. First, I would look to Brahma, and I would look to the little wooden home, and I would say, "Well, I told you I could have wood floors." Yes.
And see.
And then I think I look at the throne. I look at the throne. I see the animals, and it's like, and I think that I said, actually, maybe I said this out loud. I said, I think I dreaded this. I think I didn't want this so much because I just knew what would happen, and it seemed too easy. It seemed like there's no way I could have had it figured out the whole time. That it would just end up here. And I look up at Dinar and I go like, I'm like pointing to the throne specifically, and I'm like, I really don't want to sit on this thing.
You don't have to sit on this thing.
And I go, I know, but
It's not official until you sit on the thing. That's
how the laws work.
That's how the laws work.
I know.
That's the first rule in Jannar.
Chair laws.
I know, but I think this is what I'm supposed to do right now. I feel like I'm supposed to. And I also feel like I want to, and I'm mad at myself for wanting to. And then I think I would look at Cathris, and I would be like, I would look at Cathris and just be like, I think I have to stay here. And I think that this has to be my home for now. And I understand why you two can't stay here with me, but I can promise you that I will never lock the door and that you can come anytime. And I will keep all the annoying birds away, and I will only serve the best kind of root vegetables because I know where to find all the good ones. And there will always be a place for you in my home. And then she kind of straightens up. She wipes her face off, and she walks over, and hesitantly, she sits down on the throne, and she tries her best to look stoic, but it's a little uncomfortable, and so she shifts a little in the seat, and she looks at the first pair of animals.
2 squirrels.
I was gonna say it's 2 squirrels. And she looks and she goes to give them such a dignified response, and she just goes, What? What? What do you want?
In squirrel.
Yeah.
And that's it.
That's awesome. All right, who's next to get fucked up?
Oh, yeah.
Time for some cool shenanigans at
Again,
the dog festival.
Go to
Yeah.
the dog thing again.
This day's getting worse and
It's
worse.
getting madder and madder. Just gonna live in an enemy's dead body? It's weird. That's weird, Walnut.
It's not that weird. But it's sudden. It's not. It's
weird.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
It's
pretty good.
It's kind of cool, but it's still not right.
It's pretty sweet, but I mean, it's like not, it's fucked up.
It's not. We'll walk out. Yeah, as we're
yeah.
so as
This
to
is
not
like-
interrupt the discourse of state, then
Yeah.
the squirrels and you. I just will awaken mind. Sister, it's not far. It's not a long walk.
Walnut goes, I know, but in my heart, it feels like such a great distance right now. And then she goes, take care of the big guy.
All right, I'm gonna go get my things, so we can do your dog stuff.
Yeah. Just me and you.
Well, I don't have my hordes person. You're not even here. What is this?
Yeah. You don't get
But
to
the
talk.
ghost. No, through the.
Whenever
through
you
the-
awaken mine, I'm
Yeah.
like, hey, still here.
Just.
Hey, what's up?
It's
This
like,
thing's still on.
whether-
Yeah.
Hey, it's dark in here.
Guys, I think I fucked up. I think I made the wrong
I did
choice.
something real dumb.
Can someone come save me? It can all go back to the way it was.
After we do the Hound's Delight, you weren't here for that part, but then
It
figure
sounds
this
nice.
out. We'll get the eyeballs. Some of them, I guess, are. We can figure out what they were from the juices.
My life's work.
No, if we're gonna take a cart trip,
Yeah.
I want to work on my book, so when we come back, I can proselytize to these poor kids who have waited so long to understand the and they got it all incorrect.
Yeah.
And they need a foundation. They need something. It's gonna.
I need
You're
Isaac
just-
Asimov's foundation.
They need the foundation series.
You're like saying this as we walk out, just like
Yeah, yeah,
Dinar's.
yeah.
And Dinar, I'm just sulking, just defeated, because it's like, who else is gonna leave? Fine, whatever you need. You dumb book
I'm in the
with your
book.
words. Whatever.
Yeah.
We'll find a cart. Let's go.
I'm not leaving. I promise I'm not leaving.
That's what's most important.
You
and
know
I
what?
grab you tight.
If I know.
And I go, I'll never let you go. We are two characters who are staying together forever.
If I know one thing, it's for sure. It's that I'm not going anywhere.
I agree.
Good.
Say it in your ear.
Excellent.
Agree. And then I just hug carry you. Your feet aren't even touching the ground anymore.
You can strap him in the baby view.
You won't leave me. You won't betray me.
So, expand on that. Leaving is betrayal.
Oh my god, I drop you. Oh my god.
God, man, shit.
Oh shit.
Fuck it. No.
Yeah. So imagine that the cart is still where it is.
The cart is indeed where it is.
Yeah, I assume we took a cart
Yeah,
here in
so-
the first place. So
Yeah, I want
off to
You're
Jannar.
gonna head up and get your things.
I'm gonna get my stuff. Yeah.
You see the book of the just a couple errant pages open. You think that you have never been this close. And it's not even, it's barely a point of pride. It's as though you've exhausted every wrong solution on the way.
Yeah.
You feel confident that it is near. The name of the is not the name. You know that much. This is just a convenience. It's like a basket we carry something in.
Yeah. I think it was important to write it from the perspective of a student. What would they need, to understand it?
Absolutely.
And I'm, I've been working on it all this time. Is it, so it's more than just a manuscript? And
yeah.
graphic.
Now, yeah,
I
it's
feel
absolutely
strong about it.
It's starting to. It's getting. You're closer than you've ever been.
Yeah, with that in mind, then I'm going to gather up what I've got and make sure that I've got the Tetrasthenotica glyphs that are the easy ones.
Yeah,
Like the
yeah.
100
My
that
first.
You must know. Yeah.
101 Tetrasthenotica glyphs for learners.
Right. the conversational ones.
Yeah,
And then I
for ordering.
yeah,
Ask how to go to the bathroom. Yeah. Order food at a restaurant.
just bathroom. Yeah. You always have to die. You always have to have some blood.
100 most common causes of death.
You're right.
But
Choking,
but
huge.
but
Do it.
but yeah, as
Heart
you lift them over and put them atop one another, there's like a moment where you can see two of them at once.
Yeah, and I am aware that, other parallel Cathrisses are probably also writing their version of this primer. And
Oh, Josh, if you'd be so kind.
Nope.
I invoke conclave. And as those other Cathrisses are also standing at their desk,
All their desks
all of those desks,
with all their books.
right, all
And
of them
their
preparing.
knowledge that they have generated in a slightly different order.
Infinite?
Infinite. Well, it blurs, right?
Right.
So I'm not sure. I hope it's finite. Don't know.
Let's hope. Thank you, Josh.
And I'm seeing, how did they assemble this? Maybe I can use some tweaks if they've perfected it a little bit better than I have. And I'm seeing all of these glyphs atop one another.
You're essentially getting a z-axis. Now there is a depth and a negative space between these glyphs.
Tell me, is there a new light that I now perceive once one is laid atop another?
Yes. Yes, there is.
How interesting. How curious.
This is
I immediately forget about the dogs. I'll tell you that. I don't remember what a dog
It was
is.
sitting in the cart.
yeah.
Just like, what the fuck is he's taking a while?
This is just the sting. This is like the sting of the eyes that presages tears. It's just a physical component to the precipice of this revelation.
It's the piece I was missing.
Yes, and it is missing for this reason. The is discovery itself, is certainty, is the search for knowledge. You are this close, and if you come any closer, you will know the in its entirety, and you will become the But
But
the is certainty. It's the base unit of reality, of what is real. Many, many laws are based upon it. There can't be two sets of this certainty. It cannot be duplicated. There can only be one. And you are this close, and if you learn anything else, if you finish like one step toward it, there's a curiosity in your mind about what that might represent for the multiverse.
A curiosity.
Passing.
If you learn one thing, just one more fact.
It's delicious. It's
bees and dogs can just smell fear.
Oh, that's
What?
it.
That was it?
I just need one more.
Yep. You'll be synonymous. There can't be two certainties. Certainty was never cloned.
It's like two sets of books.
Exactly. This is that's not how the real works, and it's almost like you can see the itself in its conscious entity shrug. Like, I don't make the rules. I am the rules.
You perverts.
I don't know what happens.
If there's two.
I don't know what happens, but I know we've been this close before, Cathris.
What did we do?
What have we done? Again and again is seek one another. And that seeking sustains the multiverse. If you're ready to consummate this, by all means. But I've never gotten you to do it.
We don't know what will happen.
We could find out.
And I've never done that.
We could find out.
And I've never done it.
Well, you haven't done it yet, but we could find out.
I feel like it's not a good idea. I don't know if it's a good idea.
Commitment.
What is the other option? Eventually, I'll understand everything, and there will be two.
The other option is what you have done before, which is to seek me anew.
Sick fucks.
This is so stupid. Assholes.
To seek me anew.
Like a new game plus, essentially.
Is it a plus? Was it a plus last time?
But I'll do it again, and then I will get to this point again where I almost understand completely.
Hasn't it been delicious?
If I go round again, if we do this again,
Maybe one more time.
this time, could I have Legati back?
That's what you want?
If this
The
is
worm?
if this is a space in which I have any say, since we're this close, it was nice. It was
We
nice.
couldn't be closer. Well,
Nice to have. Tantalizing.
I'll see what I can do.
Now I'm in the room. This has taken place in my mind,
Yes.
but I imagine the shock of return. I stumble to the window.
To the wall.
To the wall first, then the window alongside of it. And I land, no. and I lose my balance. I pitch out of the window.
It's like memories and information, everything that you have amassed and put together is just cast up like in a fall wind.
I stand up in that alley, dust myself off, pat my belongings. A note. What does it say again?
I cannot, I will not, I must not.
I felt like I should remember what I meant. Like I was sure I'd remember,
This time.
but I don't. It may come back to me. It may come back to me. I fold it up and put it back in my cloak. Go back into this inn. What's going on? You're preparing to on a trip? What is this?
Well, I was in a cart waiting for you.
Yeah, so you see them
So
outside.
I guess I see him fall
Stumble
I
around
don't know
the
from
edge.
that angle.
Yeah.
I just come around the edge and I'm just
and
disheveled.
walk back into the front door.
No, I spot you
Yeah.
and I go, okay, driver.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Love
This
it.
is taking a tone. Someone put his big boy pants on. Sure. Sure. You know what? After the day we've had, sure. Are you done? You packed? Let's go.
Everything I need, yeah.
Yeah, hop in.
Prophetess looks out the window of the drawn-in courtier and sees you emerge from the alley and get into the cart. There's just a piece here. It says, Prophetess Drawn remembers this note her son Omen wrote to her. Clean Cthulhu's room and burn their belongings. They will be disoriented just as they have been previously. Please offer them their old room to rest. I know you will be a good home while they need it, and when they leave, they will be stronger for having been there. Give my love to Auspicia and Audra. Ameniphis Hereward Drawn. All right, so you have loaded into the cart, but this is the thing. Jannar has sent a cart for you.
Oh.
Oh,
You were You're a prince.
Well, summons is a summons.
So here, let's say that you're in the cart,
Another-
and then a
another
fucking
Cart.
A way
better
nicer
cart.
cart pulls
a
up.
way nicer Janari cart
Yeah.
pulls up, much nicer than the one they dropped you off in.
Yeah.
This cart
Janari
is
2600.
Yeah, exactly. This cart is tinged with verdigris, where the green on copper. The metal. It's like, we can keep doing it, I guess. But it is almost like copper plated. Like the sides are like wings, almost. And the driver of this cart looks like he was purchased. It's like a playset. Like he has his armor is designed to echo the cart, which is designed to echo the armor. Like this is the Janari coachman playset.
Yeah.
And inside the cart is Krenar. She's like, "Are we really doing this?
I guess
Are we doing this, dog? Like,
I'm saying this from the other cart.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, I guess.
Dad, don't ride in that. It's busted. You could come on."
Girl knows a cart
Yeah.
when she sees one.
I wasn't going to. I was in the cart before the other cart got here. Yeah, obviously I'm gonna take the better cart.
I stay in this cart? What?
No, you're coming with me in the good cart.
Okay.
It's with you.
Yeah, I don't know. Today, right?
Yeah.
Right?
No different.
Yeah, honestly. This all tracks. This is a more coherent conversation than we normally have. Like, that fall out of the window really shook something loose. All right, come on.
This is Krenar says, "Is it okay if we stop, like on the way up? It's a
Yes.
month."
I don't even need to know why. Whatever will make us not go to this dog thing, I'm on board.
She like leans in at this admission that you're more than happy for someone else to take the reins on this. After a day's journey, you arrive at the small village of Koku and extract yourselves from the cart, head into the inn to get some provisions. And you can tell as soon as you get here that it's like a mailed gauntlet is just pushing down on this place. Like you can just feel it. Like the bully energy of this place is at its apex. And to the extent that people like scurry away and you're just coming in theoretically to get some provisions and get out.
Yeah.
Hang on a second. There's so many feelings right now. So Krenar,
Cart's just really good.
Yeah, that's a good cart.
yeah, it's just incredible.
That's what got Jerry.
It's got my brain all mixed up.
so
Oh my gosh.
So-
if you could see what I see in my head, holy shit.
so Krenar just kind of gives you like a side glance, like, "Are you picking up this
Yeah.
energy?" And she's like, it's everything that she can do not to just leave. She knows that it is not
Yeah.
a light. Like, this is not princess stuff. You don't keep your hand on your sword, right? First of all, the Janari styles involve drawing without contact with the sword initially, right? This is part of it. But the other thing is just gauche.
Yeah.
But she keeps like absent-mindedly reaching down for it and then withdrawing her hand.
Yeah. I mean, I give her a look. Like I've been around the block. I get something's going on. So, I mean, are we outside the cart? We're in like a
right,
general
yeah,
store?
exactly. Right now, outside the cart, there doesn't seem to be a whole lot of traffic in here.
Okay.
She's just sort of like heading over to the inn, and she looks back and like gives you a smile,
Yeah.
and then she says, "Whoops," and she pushes the door open, like pushes the guard behind it away with the force of it, and inside, it's nothing but bandits. It is
Chock-a-block.
black,
Shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah.
black-clad bandits feasting on
evil
the wealth of this town.
Stacked like cordwood.
There's no doubt these are bad people. They're all doing bad shit immediately.
No, the pipes are out.
Yeah.
The pipes are out. They're rude to the waiter.
No.
Oh, kill him.
Stab immediately. I am backing her play.
Absolutely.
I'm letting her take lead, but I
Okay.
got her back without saying a word.
Absolutely. She takes a couple steps in. Bandits take a couple steps toward. To die. It's that fast. The sword is back in the sheath, and blood is coming out of the bottom of it. She shrugs,
Yeah.
and she's
I
like,
mean-
and she says, "We keeping score?" Or
Oh, it's like that. I mean, okay. If that's the game you want to play. Yeah, fine. 2-0.
tell me.
Then I cast Spirit Guardians. So yeah, we are keeping score, as a matter of fact. And I summon a bunch of little glittering fucking hellish reindeer.
They materialize, they caper, they pulp the inside of this like a Cuisinart. The driver, who himself is built like an armored truck, comes in the front door, throws down another bandit, and Krenar turns to you and says, "Oh, you're gonna love it when we get to the next town." She says, "Catherine's there."
Wow. Oh, great.
The 2 coins, as they came to be known, 1 copper, 1 platinum, did make it to Jannar. But it took many years. And in that time, they had many adventures. And many towns were freed. And many towns awaited their return to celebrate the heroes. Their family was strong. And there were many suitors for Krenar's hand. And she laughed at them all. Grovekeeper Dawngrass and her consort, the bard Brahma Ludier, did rule the Crypt Garden well. Many beasts did come to them for their wisdom and their counsel and their friendship. They took in 2 daughters, Tehendatar and Rosagerd, in the Old Tongue. And Rosagerd lived to see the Green Age. Thus ends the Chronicle of the Sea Team, a small franchise of Acquisitions Incorporated from the Desserin Valley, whose exploits, together and apart, whether told in the hall of a king or a humble fire, inspire adventurers to rise up, to stand shoulder to shoulder with their friends, and to make the small part of the world in their care a better place than they found it. Revered Shadow Council, may our labors please you. We will take a short break, and then we will come back for the table talk phase, after which we will drink heavily together. I hope you're ready for it. Until then, don't go nowhere.